Hey, this is Jason Hervey, one of the executive producers of The Butler is in Love, and right now we're in San Francisco. It's the first day of principal photography. We're at a restaurant called Bix, and inside we have Elizabeth Berkley and David Arquette, who's actually doing double duty today as on-screen talent as well as directing it.
I got married in San Francisco. We were looking for a place to get married, and we went to Bix Restaurant and saw the painting of The Butler's in Love by Mark Stock. I'd never forgotten about that painting. It's just beautiful, and it always stuck with me, and I knew that there was absinthe in the painting.
So absinthe had been banned for 96 years, and it just came back in the last year. And we hooked up with a little brand out of Cognac, France, by the name of Tourment Vert. And with the history of the French culture and absinthe being such a focal point for creativity, they were really interested in bringing back that creativity, but through the modern day Hollywood. And so we decided to make a short film together. And we approached David Arquette. He was on the top of our list, and sat down with them and not really knowing what to expect. And we explained the project and we pitched the idea to him, and he got quiet for a while.
I immediately went to that painting in my head. It's a story about a butler that is in love with the woman of the house. And it's on a night in 1912, shortly before absinthe is banned. The main person who's throwing the party is out of control. And he's sort of conflicted, and he feels the energy of his wife and the butler, and he sort of gets possessed.
The fact that it's in 3D is something that is so different. It's, you know, to the credit of David's vision, what he really wanted to do to take this production to the next level.
And David has a tremendous vision for this. He's an incredibly artistic and visual guy, and a lot of people were terrified at the thought of shooting a 3-day short in 3D.
This is my first movie in 3D. I have to say, wow, I am now a member of the club.
So the night of the premiere arrives at Graumann's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, and it's a typical Hollywood event. You know, it's the red carpet, flashbulbs are popping, big celebrities, the whole 9 yards. And as people are walking in, we hand them these funky little green glasses, and everybody kind of gives us that look like, what's going on here? And everybody goes and sits down, puts on their glasses, lights come down, movie plays, lights come up. Everyone was absolutely blown away. And this 3D, the technology, is just a whole nother world. And it was just amazing to see David bring this thing to life. And it was so much of what we hoped it would be, and it was so much more.
I love the art that was done during the period of when absinthe was sort of at its height. That's why I wanted to do a film that was sort of so visual and get inspired by the history of it and do something different. You know, it is definitely a different kind of drink, and it's exciting. I mean, it's fun, and it can be inspirational.